All right, guys, we're here. December 15th, premiere in Mexico, 2 days earlier before the US. So I get to see the movie before you guys do, which is why I'm here. And in 2 days, I go home. Actually, tomorrow I go home, and I see Spider-Man again in the US. This is freaking awesome. I am so excited. I feel like it's the first Spider-Man movie all over again with Tobey Maguire. I remember when I first saw the movie, I cried. And it's going to be amazing to see him back in costume again. I cannot wait. So we're chilling here. We're going to go inside soon. My movie's in an hour, so I got a little bit of time here. But I don't know how much I got in me, guys, because it is a little hot in here, not going to lie. A little hot. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I don't do this often, but I feel like this movie deserves it. I want to give a quick review of Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, this is going to be a spoiler-filled review. So if you haven't seen the movie yet and you want to see it, or you just don't want spoilers, then sign off now, all right? That was one of the best superhero movies I've seen in my life, and I've seen every single Marvel movie in the theaters. I've seen every Netflix Marvel movie. I've seen every Disney Plus series, Loki, Winter Soldier, Falcon, WandaVision, and now Hawkeye. This was like me as a freshman again, all over meeting me as an adult now. Freshman in college. That's when Tobey Maguire's movie first came out. It brought me back to that moment, that excitement that I had when I first saw Spider-Man on screen. It was that exact same magical feeling. So it was, wow. You know, a lot of people gave negative feedback that they never showed the spider bite and they never used the with great power comes great responsibility line. They used it in this movie, the iconic line. And this is a big spoiler. Aunt May says it as she's dying. And so the timing was amazing. I think it was so beautifully the way they did it, holding off into the third movie to put that out there. But then I realized, for those of us who've watched Loki, we understand from Loki that throughout the multiple universes that are out there, the multiverse, there's something called like a Nexus event. And it's an event that must always happen. And it seems to me that Spider-Man losing somebody close to him is a Nexus event. And the different Spider-Man kind of allude to that, where they talk about the loss of Uncle Ben, Gwen Stacy, and now Aunt May. So it seems that the loss of somebody close, where Spider-Man feels responsible for, that is a Nexus event in making Spider-Man who he is throughout his history. No matter which universe it's in, that has to happen. The other thing is that with great power comes great responsibility. Spider-Man learning that quote from someone he has great admiration for seems to be a Nexus event. And those are two core elements of the character which are always going to be consistent, it looks like. Just beautifully done. I will admit, I did cry a few times, I did tear a few times. Some very powerfully moving scenes. One was the death of Aunt May. Very, very well done, very, very well done. The other was when Mary Jane and Ned, sorry, she's not Mary Jane in this universe, she's Michelle Jones. Michelle Jones and Ned realized that they're going to forget Spider-Man who he is. So watching them kind of grapple with that reality was really tough to watch, because we've seen these friends together for three movies already. More, if you count, I guess, some of the other crossover films. And there might have been a third time I teared in the movie. I'm pretty sure there was. Yes, when Andrew Garfield saves Michelle Jones. It was a lot of closure for him. And it was very powerful. Seeing Tobey back was great. Seeing Andrew was great. The banter was fantastic. They never really had that meme moment where the three of them pointed at each other as direct as it was in the meme. I wish they had that. That's the only thing I felt like I missed. But that was quite the ride, guys. That was quite the adventure. My only piece of advice is if you're going to see the movie, see it this weekend while everyone is charged up for it, so that when Toby and Andrew come on the screen, you'll feel that energy in the crowd. It was unbelievable to be part of. It was so cool to be part of. Here's my bad girl. I'm wondering if in a different universe, Cloud is a better girl. Maybe the variant of Cloud is a better trained dog. Because this one barks at every dog that passes. Cloud, that's enough. Cloud, you want this? Yeah, exactly. Anyway, guys, the aging of Marvel Studios, the way that they can make Alfred Molina and William Dafoe look young again. Oh, gracias. Was absolutely fantastic. I mean, they've really perfected the de-aging. It was so seamless, so you couldn't even tell. It literally looked like they were transported from the past into the future. So well done, Marvel. Bravo to you guys on that one. There was one scene at the end where our Peter Parker, Tom Holland, he goes nuts on William Dafoe. He just unleashes so many uppercuts. You see Spider-Man not pulling back his punches at all, and wow, that was pretty cool to see. For those of you guys who follow the comics, there's a storyline where Dr. Octavius is able to switch bodies with Spider-Man as he's dying. So basically, Doc Ock swaps consciousness with Peter Parker. So Doc Ock gets to put his mind, his soul, his spirit into the body of Peter Parker, and vice versa. And what's amazing is when Doc Ock becomes Peter Parker and has the body of Spider-Man, he starts to realize how strong Spider-Man's been this whole time, but that Spider-Man's always pulled his punches back. And he literally was, wow, I had no idea that Spider-Man could have done much more damage than he was doing. Spider-Man's always been the guy that doesn't want to hurt people, so that's why he's always pulled his punches. And there was one scene where Spider-Man, as Doc Ock inside, doesn't hold back, and he punches someone's jaw, and the jaw just, I remember it was in a graphic comic from like 15 years ago, takes the jaw clean off. And that's where Doc Ock is like, whoa, like I didn't realize I was this strong. So Spider-Man is a lot stronger than we've seen him in Marvel. A lot of times he'll in Marvel movies, a lot of times he'll do like acrobatics, things like that. But if Spider-Man were to go unleashed, he's not at the power level of a Superman, let's say, or a Hulk, or a Thor, but he's right below them in the comics. Remember, he's got the proportional strength of a spider, so a spider can lift like, I don't know, 1,000 times its own weight. Spider-Man can punch with the same proportion as a spider can. So it's pretty amazing watching Spider-Man unleashed in the movie at the end, and knowing he has it in them is pretty scary for the bad guys out there in the universe. What else was really important to me? There was a Venom appearance at the end as a cameo. It appears Venom glitched into our universe temporarily, but as he glitched out, he left behind a little bit of symbiote. So I think Spider-Man 4 is going to be, Peter Parker is going to get the symbiote, the black costume, and maybe that'll set up Venom for either Spider-Man 4 or Spider-Man 5. I'm not sure which one they're going to do it in yet, but Venom is officially, the symbiote is officially in the Marvel Universe. They definitely changed the storyline around from the comics. I really wish they did a direct adaptation of the comics. But it doesn't matter. I'm happy that Tom Hardy is going to be with Peter Parker, Tom Holland. I think that is so exciting. And stick around. There's 2 post credits. So you'll see the Venom cameo, and then you'll see the Doctor Strange trailer for Multiverse of Madness. And that looks like a mind fuck. Holy crap. So yeah, I mean, that about wraps it up. I would say that this movie was a 5 out of 5 star for Spider-Man movies. In my opinion, this may have been the best movie, and if it wasn't, then it's been tied with Spider-Man 2, the original one with Doc Ock. I think those are tied. I mean, honestly, those 2 movies I think are the best. One thing I did appreciate from this movie is realizing I have a newfound appreciation for Andrew Garfield's rendition. He often gets overlooked because he was like right in the middle. But Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker really, I think he's the wittiest one, actually. He's the most Peter Parker-esque in the costume. What I mean by that is Spider-Man in the comics is always known for being a fast-talking, witty quipper, kind of like a Deadpool. And Andrew Garfield is the closest to that in terms of the wittiness. I think Tom Holland overall gets the innocence of Peter Parker the most. I think Tom Holland is overall the best, but I think Andrew Garfield really nails that quip, that witty Spider-Man, Peter Parker. But I think Tobey Maguire is like that classic do-gooder Peter Parker. But seeing all three together like that was like dreams come true. Dreams come true, guys. Anyway, I know this is different than the other videos on my channel, but I hope you guys enjoyed this review. For those of you who don't know, I've been a Spider-Man fan since I was 3 years old. I dressed up for Spider-Man probably for about 15 or 20 Halloween throughout my life. So about 2/3 of Halloweens I've experienced, I've been Spider-Man. At least at one point during Halloween. So it's a big deal for me, Spider-Man. I'm obsessed with him. Always have been, always will be. And if I ever do get a tattoo, it will be of Spider-Man, but I just haven't done that yet for some reason. But Marvel, great job. Hats to you guys. Kevin Feige, you pulled off another miracle. I'm happy you got the band back. Would have been nice to see Kirsten Dunst. Oh, and one more thing. Daredevil is back from Netflix, guys. Matt Murdock, Charlie Cox, he's back. And so is Kingpin and Hawkeye series, so it looks like Netflix characters are coming back. It remains to be seen. It's either going to be, are those shows going to be canon, or are they just going to be the characters reincorporated? I guess we'll wait and figure out. As always, guys, with great power comes great responsibility. Let's go, Brandon, and be free, my sheeple.